Hello and welcome back to the Watford Way. I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. I certainly am. I'm really much looking forward to the game on Sunday. I'm going, which I'm very excited about. Hopefully Watford can of course pick up a result, but quite a lot to talk about today. I'll keep this video, between 5 and 10 minutes long, so I don't want to bore you too much. Before we get started, happy bonfire night to everyone in the UK. Firework night tonight, the 5th of November. So if you are celebrating, I hope you have a great time. Diwali was yesterday as well on Thursday. So happy Diwali to everyone who celebrated there. But yeah, we'll get straight into the preview. Arsenal versus Watford. It's away from home, off to London town. How do I think Watford are going to do? I think, whenever anyone asks me this question, I never really know what to say because you never really know what to expect with Watford. And I think we saw that last week with the performance against Southampton. It was not a great performance. It was poor. Southampton, are a relegation rival. We want to finish above them. We want to take points off of them. And we failed to do that. And it's a real missed opportunity, I think, especially coming off the back of that Everton result, 5 goals in 20 minutes or whatever it was. It's absolutely, it was amazing. It was amazing to watch. Gutted I couldn't go actually because it looked like a class away day. But we have the capability to score goals, and we can go from scoring 4 goals in 15 minutes against Everton to not creating anything against the poor Southampton side. They had a few injuries. They've lost key players in Danny Ings. Vestergaard's gone as well, hasn't he? And it just was really poor. Again, the players, it seemed to me they weren't showing much passion for the shirt. Sarr was sulking a lot of the time. And I think we need, as long as the players give their all, that's all we can ask for. As I said, I expect Arsenal to beat us. They have fantastic football players. They've got Aubameyang, Partey, Tierney, Tavares. Ramsdale has been in fantastic form. Smith Rowe, Lacazette, Odegaard. They've got loads and loads of players. And Watford have got Ismaila Sarr and Josh King and Emmanuel Dennis. And, we can hurt them. I think it's quite evident. We can hurt any team. We could beat Barcelona, Man City, Liverpool on our day. However, it's not been our day very often this season. And so, I'm hoping for kind of a mix, really, between the Everton game and like the Newcastle game. I'd take a draw at Arsenal. I think everyone would. But I want the win. We've got such a tough run of fixtures coming up. Arsenal away, then we've got United at home, City, Chelsea. It's very tough. And so because of that, looking ahead to the fixtures we've got coming up, I think Arsenal, out of a lot of them, is the most winnable game. Now, I could be biting myself in the arse by saying that, but I do think that, seeing them struggle at the start of the season, seeing them struggle in recent years in general, actually, it does give me that added bit of confidence. I mean, we beat Arsenal before. We beat them in 2017 under Walter Mazzarri. We beat them under Marco Silva at home, Tom Cleverley getting the winner. So we've beat them before. We've got the players to beat them. They also have the players to beat us. So that's something we've got to be wary about. In terms of injury news, some positive news for Watford, actually. Well, number one, actually, before we get into it, I don't think João Pedro will feature. I could be completely wrong, but unfortunately, we found out the news earlier this week that his stepdad unfortunately passed away. It seemed to be, during the match last week, actually, and Pedro was taken off at half time. So I don't know if that had something to do with it. But of course, we send our thoughts and prayers to João Pedro's family. And yeah, I hope they're all doing well. And whenever Pedro comes back, we just have to get behind him as supporters because, yeah, very sad situation there. But more positively, talking about Watford, there has been some positive injury news coming out today, actually, just before I started recording this video. 2 players returning back from injury, 2 defenders, which is great to hear because obviously we've not yet kept a Premier League clean sheet this season. And that is Kiko Femine is back and Francisco Sierralta is back as well. And I think there's a claim to be made that Sierralta should start against Arsenal. I'm a little bit wary about doing that, not because he's a bad player. He's a fantastic player, but just because he's not played a lot of football lately. Obviously, I think his injury was a groin injury, wasn't it? A hamstring injury. I can't quite remember, but it was quite a significant. It's definitely a muscular injury, put it that way. And you don't really want to rush players back from muscular injuries like that. So if possible, I probably wouldn't start him. We've got Nkulu on the bench who looks ready to go. So the centre-back partnership I'd go with would probably be, maybe Willian Schuster-Kong and Nicholas Nkulu, or if Sierralta is fit, Willian Schuster-Kong and Sierralta at the back. So that's what I would go for defensively. Kiko is back as well. So obviously, who starts at right back, him or Ngakia, we'll have to wait and see. I personally would go with Jeremy Ngakia. I just think defensively, especially against Arsenal, who will dominate possession. I think defensively is where we need to be stronger, quite obviously, and I think Jeremy Ngakia will do that for us. And I always say he reminds me a bit of Wan-Bissaka, actually, like a younger, smaller version of Wan-Bissaka. I don't know if you can see like the comparison I'm making there, but he's got them long legs. He likes to go in for sliding challenges. He's got good pace as well. So yeah, that's kind of the comparison that I've made with Jeremy Ngakia. So yeah, I think I've discussed pretty much everything there. In terms of Arsenal injury news, very briefly, I think Granit Xhaka might be a doubt. I read that somewhere, and Kieran Tierney is also a doubt for the game as well. But as I said, that they have the players to replace him. Nuno Tavares, you can play at left back, and they've got fantastic midfield options as well, haven't they? So I don't think that's too much of an issue necessarily for Arsenal. In terms of the score prediction, I actually went on a YouTube channel called The Arsenal Way earlier today, so that video will be out tomorrow on their channel at 12 p.m, I believe, on Saturday, the 6th of November, so check that out. And he asked me for my score prediction, and I gave him 2 predictions. And I'm going to do this now from now on, because I do think it's quite funny. So I gave him a realistic prediction, and then I gave him a James prediction. So my realistic prediction, I think I went for a 1-1 draw, which I'd say is realistic. I think that could happen. And my James prediction was a 4-0 Watford win. Come on, the boys, 4-0. Yeah, that would be absolutely fantastic. But I think realistically, as I said, Arsenal should be beating Watford with the players they've got. Ultimately, they should be, but hopefully Watford will turn up and put in a good performance. So thank you very much for watching. Really do appreciate the support on the channel lately. It's really, really exciting. I like the community we're building here. Please follow us on Twitter as well, Instagram, Facebook, Spotify as well. We upload especially longer match previews, longer match reactions. We upload them in audio format on Spotify. So if you're out walking your dog, if you're out doing something and you want to listen to my wonderful voice, you can do that on Spotify as well. So I think I've covered everything there. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you, of course, for my match reaction. Probably be on Monday, as of course the game is on Sunday. So enjoy bonfire night, enjoy the rest of your evenings. Thoughts and prayers to João Pedro, as I mentioned earlier. And yes, I'll see you very, very soon. Bye-bye.